Welcome back. My name is Dave, and this is Macaro Study, my N-scale layout based on the Huron Central short line that runs between Sudbury and Sault Ste. Marie in northeastern Ontario. Today we're going to finish the tower. This shouldn't be a long video, but you know me, I say that often enough, and then it ends up being longer than it should be. Anyway, let's get started. So, I have already put, where did I put that paintbrush? There it is. I have already put some, it will help, it'll help if we do this. And we'll zoom right in here. Are we zoomed in? No, we are zoomed right in, so that's as good as we're going to get for that. So, I have already put some piping on the roof going to each of the air conditioning systems. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take just a touch of matte medium, and I'm just going to put a little dab. And the reason I'm using matte medium is that if I use super glue, it's going to affect the texture. It's going to change the color of the roof. I have this. I know this by experience, and I have learned from Boomer Diorama channel that you can use matte medium as a glue. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And it's a lot more controllable. Now this is Liquitex matte medium, which dries completely hard and completely transparent. So I'm just putting, like I say, a little dab on each of these so that they stay in their place when the building moves. The next step is to put this railing around the top of the tower. Now this railing is, I'm going to move the building back a bit so you can see there. This is number 160/34 industrial railings by Gold Medal Models. And it comes in a sheet like this, and I have painted the whole sheet yellow so that we have the safety yellow that we're supposed to have around buildings and stuff. And now we're going to glue it down with the same matte medium. So I'm going to take a little bit of matte medium, put it in the corner here, and put the railing in place. And another bit of matte medium here in this corner, and matte medium right here, right, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do, but I did it anyway. Now the downside with matte medium, of course, is it doesn't dry instantly. So now we have the railing in place. Now I want to put another piece of railing up here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint here and here and up the railing itself. And then I'm going to take a pair of tweezers . And that's what I thought would happen. Let's try that again. Okay. Where did I put that? Hold on, people. I'm gonna make this easier. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put a piece of wood here. Did I? Oh, there it is. I thought I'd lost it. Okay. All right. So, lesson learned. Let's let the long piece dry. All right, now what I'm doing here is putting some super glue on an upside down little container. Not much super glue. I don't want to go overboard here with it. I'm going to grab a toothpick, and I'm going to grab the ladder that has to go on here. So, and I'm just putting a little dab on each of the standoffs. Of the ladder. Now these, I bought these ladders before Shapeways. I don't know if they went out of business, but they changed their business model. I know that. And oh, there, that's done. Now what's next on the top of here? Well, I want to detail the fans on the air conditioning units. So what I bought was these. These are fan parts for different diesels, for detailing your diesel. I'm not that kind of person when it comes to my diesels. I don't care. They come with enough detail on the roof for me that I don't go around adding things like that. But I've always liked to detail things like the... I'm just washing my brush off here. I don't want it to be filled with the glue. All right, so now what do I have to do? Well, I do have it here. And you're gonna see, you might not see much of this, but what I'm doing is putting my magnifying lamp in place. And I'm going to work off screen here for a second, guys, just because it's easier. 1, 2. What I'm doing right now is cutting off the grills. Let's see. I want to see if this is actually what it... Okay. Oh, jeez. Maybe I will go back to super glue here. Anyway, I did it again. Darn it. Stop that, David. I've got a tiny little pair of scissors here that are supposed to be for brass and stainless, but There we go. All right, so now I'm just going to lift the light up again so the light's on there. Now I have a tiny little fan grill. My hand is right there. And I'm going to take just a touch super glue. What did I do with that toothpick? There it is. And I'm going to, again, just pick up a little bit on the, and put it on the grill of the air conditioning unit. And then I'm just going to take this and drop it in place. And now I'm going to do that for the 3 other ones. So we'll see. I don't know if you can. I've got, these are tiny little scissors. They're actually designed for this purpose of cutting etched brass. At least that's what the. No, I'm going to do what I did the last time first. And now, I do have a new fancy tool. It's a ultrasonic knife. It was a Kickstarter project, and it has taken forever to get here, but I don't trust it this close to this very fine stainless. So there's another fan cover. And again, let's take these. Actually, I'm just going to use my scalpel. Or maybe, I know what's better. This one's better. And again, I have to bring the magnifier down to see what I'm doing. The joys of N scale. There are days I wonder why I didn't do HO. At least considering that the H was almost 54% bigger than this. It would have made the layout smaller, but come on. Drop on there. Good, good. And I have one more to go. Okay. So again, let's just get down there. last one. So to grin, grab my little toothpick. And just drop it. Where's that pair of tweezers? There. All right, so there's only one more detail to go. And where did those go? I've got the brass ones here, but I do, oh no, here they are. Now the other thing I bought was, oh, sorry. Sorry. That thing is still all the way in. And is it focused? Please tell me it's focused. I bought, these are grills for people who do Gundam. They're made in China. This is the HD model, part number 12. And they're called joint covers, whatever that means. Anyway, I'm going to take one of these and put it on top of this particular part of the building. So again, come down here, get the blade in there and cut. And then the blade in there and come on. Okay, we'll try it with my scalpel. Okay, where'd I put my big scissors? Over here. Oh, that's why. This is super thick. Oh, this is not like etch brass at all. There we go. I got it out. And last one. And we'll, oh, there's not much glue left on it. Let's put a little bit more glue out here. Now, I'll try and put links down to where I got all this stuff, but I don't promise. Because some of this stuff was bought months and months or years and years ago, and it's just been sitting in a container ready for a possible need. Okay, where are my fancy little tweezers? Yeah. I'm just reaching for something to hold this down while I pull the tweezers away. There we go. All right. I'm trying to, oh, there it is. I'm trying to see where that is. Okay, let's try it this way. Glue. glue and glue. Turn this to face me. Bingo. Oh. As the guys on ATEM used to say, I love it when a plan comes together. So, there you have it. It's finished. So I'm just going to turn it this way. And we're going to go over to 7. Preview 7. Switch. So now, sorry, I've got to go over to the camera and do a little bit of work on it. So we got it in place, and then we can zoom right in here. So the last thing to do, obviously, is to put this on the layout, and you'll notice that it has this honking big distribution block. So what's going to happen is I'm going to run wires underneath and up to this distribution block. My first plan had been to stick it inside of here. It isn't going to fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a hole saw, and I'm going to drill a hole that's as big as this thing is. And I've got 3 inches of foam on my my layout for its base, so we should be able to drop that down in the hole and then run the wires underneath. So just where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, we got it. So if you just give me a second here. I've spent the week, for the most part, the first thing I did was I built my own, what do they call it? Clean box, a box where you put your arms in the gloves and go inside. I built my own of that to, so I could grind and sand and clean resin models from my 3D printer, and I've started just started to do the white vehicles that will be the maintenance of way. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift this up like this. We're going to put it on this turntable. And I'm going to back out a bit, just move it over, up a bit, and in. And I'll give you what some guys on YouTube called the beauty shots. So here it is in all its glory. I will put it on the layout eventually, but I don't want to right away because I still have a lot of work to do in the yard. And it'll be just, it'll get knocked over, it'll get broken. It's not going on until we are actually physically finishing off the yard, because it sits on one side of the yard, and that I would have to reach over it every time I wanted to do something with it. So, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is free. If you subscribe, you'll get a notification the next time I put a video up. And I really appreciate all of you who've subscribed. It means a good deed to me. And as for comments, I make sure I read any comment that comes from on the channel, and I try and respond as much as possible. So, again, thank you for watching, and as always, take care of your family, take care of yourself. Remember, it's your railroad, and you can build it any way you want. And I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye for now.